Good morning, guys. Welcome back to CNC Life. Before we get started, today's video is sponsored by Ritual. But real quick, guys, I want to show you guys something so cute that Jackson's doing. I filled up a bowl of water for him, and he has been having the best time since then. I set up a little water station here for Jaxton. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Is that a lot of fun? Get it, baby. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, gosh. It went all over your shoes. Oh, gosh. Whoa. Oh, man, you're sitting in it now. Now what? We gotta turn the hose back on, Mom. We need to put more water in it. Get that right there, okay? We need a water table, don't we? Someone's ready for a water table. Oh, man. Wait, let me just fill it up real quick, okay? Yeah. This is a fun water activity, huh? You know, it would be even cooler if we put rocks in there. And I'll get you some rocks, okay? Oh, don't bark at me. Gotta clean the rocks. Make them nice and clean. Clean them up. Don't eat the rock. Jaxton, cleaning the rocks, see? Arlo loves rocks, so. Oh, sorry. This is such a fun activity for him. It's such a beautiful day outside to get wet outside, huh? You're sitting in it, your shoes are in it. Got some pretty rocks in there. Arlo loves rocks, so probably wants rocks. Whoa! Oh my goodness. Arlo, we missed you so much. Oh my gosh. You guys, we picked up Arlo and Cece yesterday, and Arlo's such a good boy. The lady that we boarded him with, she actually like trained him a little bit so he's not jumping as much, he's not biting, which were some, not biting meanly, but you know, he was jumping so much, and he has basically stopped jumping now. He's so sweet to Jaxton, not being mouthy, and he's so big. Look at him. He grew so much. Look, he's almost bigger than Jaxton now. Better watch out, Jaxton. You'll be getting all the kisses. And then of course, we have Miss Cece over here tanning. And the neighbor's dog too. Hi. We got Miss Cece tanning here. She just loves the nice warm weather, huh? And then Arlo comes and ruins it. I'll leave you alone, Miss Cece. I'll leave you alone. Be nice to the neighbor's dog, okay? Wow, can you tell Cece's been sleeping here? Jeez Louise. Alright, I just finished getting ready for my day. I'm actually going to be heading out soon to go to Finn, my nephew's baseball game with Jaxton. Carter's going to stay home because he's not feeling his best. But I did just get ready so I can go. Looking pretty snazzy. But real quick, guys, I want to talk to you guys about Ritual, our sponsor of today. So if you guys don't know, Ritual offers vitamins for everybody of all ages. They have a multivitamin for children, which is the one I have right here. They got a multivitamin for women. They got a postnatal. They got a prenatal. They got men's. They have everything you need for yourself. The one I want to talk about today is the Essential for Kids one. When it comes to multivitamins for kids, I know a lot of parents feel like they might have to settle or else risk them just not being able to take anything at all. But with Ritual's team, they have formulated a way for these vitamins to actually taste good and for kids to actually like them and still be good for them. I think one of the best things about Ritual's multivitamin gummies, especially for kids, is that they taste good. So they have like a yummy citrus berry flavor. But the best part about it is that it's sugar-free, it's vegan-friendly, it's free of gluten and major allergens, no artificial colors or flavors. That is amazing. It's got traceable nutrients and a fiber and prebiotic base. Their vitamins support normal immune function, brain health, bone health, and digestive health also. So transparently, transparency is at the core of everything that Ritual does, from the way the nutrients are sourced all the way to the environmental impact of shipping thousands of orders to doors. That's right, guys, delivered right to your door so you guys can get your 9 key nutrients that your body needs delivered straight to your front door. So guys, it is never too late to start a ritual or incorporate a new healthy habit into your life, your kid's life, or your loved one's life. So with that, guys, Ritual is offering you guys 20% off your first month. You guys can either click the link down below or you can use the code right here on my screen at checkout.
Hey Jaxton, time for your PJs.
Can you put our PJs on for bed?
Can you put them on? Is that a yes or a no? I don't know what that means. He's
brushing his hair right now. He's a very busy man.
No, that's not food.
Okay, you can brush your hair yourself, obviously. Alright, guys. I just got home from my baseball game with Finn, but honestly, guys, I have just not been feeling my best. I have such a bad headache.
We actually all haven't been feeling our best.
Yeah. I thought I was totally fine. I thought just like Jaxton was sick, and now that he's better, he's fine. Carlos wasn't feeling that great, but I thought I was totally fine. I just had like a headache, but I don't know. I just don't feel that great. So now we're home. And I was going to tell you guys, so many of you have left so many questions about North Carolina in general, which we will do a whole separate Q&A about North Carolina. There's a lot of questions like why we're leaving and whatnot. We will answer all those later. But right now, I want to talk to you guys about why we went to the ER with Jaxton last week. So many of you asked about that also. Wow, he's like, give me mom. Give me mom. Come here, I'll hold you. Come here.
You want mom to hold you?
Yeah. We're going to talk to you guys about why we went to the ER with Jaxton.
He's been clinging to his mom this whole time.
Yes. Yeah, so some of you guys may not know, we kind of told it on Instagram a little bit, that we went to the ER while in North Carolina with Jaxton. One of our last days there, something just happened.
It was the day before our flight.
Yeah, day before our flight. The day before we left, Jaxton started just not being himself anymore. He was obviously struggling with some stomach problems. He was crying. He was developing like a rash. And he just was having a really hard time. Obviously, he's doing better now. That's why he's so cute. He started the day okay. Remember, he was like doing good.
Yeah, we had a fun day planned for him because I know we were busy just doing stuff with the house.
Yeah.
And we wanted to make the last day special for Jaxton, and we took him to this.
We took him to the science. It's a children's science center in Greensboro. I was really excited for it. It's supposed to be a really cute spot where we could just let him loose. Because, you know, he's a walking baby now. And he just wants to go do whatever he wants. And all week, he couldn't do that. So I was like, you know what? On Sunday, we're just going to let Jaxton go and have so much fun.
But then again, it all started there. He started crying.
Yep.
And we took him home. And then he started crying and screaming. It was unbearable screaming.
Yeah.
Cassie and I couldn't console him at all.
Yeah, not just home. We were at a hotel. And Jaxton was screaming, shaking, inconsolable. And normally as a breastfeeding mom, I feel like I can solve all of the problems with Jaxton by breastfeeding or just by like hugging him and consoling him. I'm a great comforter for him, but this was one of those moments where nothing was working. Nothing I did was helping him, and that's when we made the decision to go to the ER. It's a children's hospital ER, so that was kind of cool for me, but I think was probably the best decision we made. We really needed to get answers, I think. We didn't know what the problem was. We could tell that he was having definitely some stomach problems. He was going to the bathroom a lot. Like I said, he's developed a rash. And so we took him to the ER with him just losing his mind, guys. And I gotta say, this was honestly like traumatizing for me personally because Carlos had to drop me off because I had to go in by myself and Carlos had to go find parking. And like while I'm checking in, Jaxton is just screaming. He's losing his mind. I'm trying to hold him.
That's how she got in right away.
Yeah, and because of that, because he was so clearly in pain, so clearly struggling so much, we did get seen basically right away. We walked in, I immediately got taken back. We got his like weight put down and all that. We got put into a room really fast. I think people were going to give up their spots for us, guys, because it was just so, he was so visibly upset and struggling that we were seeing so fast. And immediately they tell us that they want to do blood work, they want to do an IV, they want to do x-ray. x-rays on his belly because obviously there's something going on in his tummy. And I feel like that's when I realized just how serious it was, that when you go to the ER that they're gonna want to run tests. Obviously they're not just gonna be like, oh, we looked at him and this is the problem, we already know the problem, you know. We walk in and when they start telling me blood work, IVs, and I just start like losing my mind. I remember even like looking at Carlos and asking him, like, literally they walked out for like a second and I looked at you and I said, are we really gonna do this?
Yeah.
Like, are we really going to go through this right now? Like, this is how serious it is, right? Like, we're committed to this.
And I said, yes, we have to find out what's wrong with him. Hopefully it's nothing bad.
Yeah. So we went through with it, and I think that was just the worst. That's when I, like, lost it, too. Because I feel like the whole time I was really upset about the whole situation, but that was, like, when I, like, it, like, broke my heart to see my baby have to go through pain. And to honestly, like, look at us, like, why aren't you stopping it? It was probably the worst thing I ever, like, felt in my heart. Just, like, knowing that there was nothing I could do. I did nurse him for a lot of it, though, and it did definitely help, but not when the actual pain was happening.
It helped out when they put the IV. Luckily, they got it on one try. They just stuck the needle in and kind of jiggled it around, and she got the vein.
It was the worst. You can even see right here. Let me show you. You can see the bruise on his hand.
We got pictures.
No, you can see the bruise right there on his hand from it. He's still, like, recovering from it.
We'll show you guys some pictures right here. What?
It's okay. You're such a big boy. You're such a big boy. Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
He actually had to put a diaper on his hand because he kept trying to rip it out.
Because he's trying to Hulk out of it. But, you know, once we got there with the blood work, it was definitely still a struggle. He was just, like I said, guys, he was just... the waves of pain with him came and went, which is why they ended up telling us they thought it was some sort of stomach virus, stomach flu, probably from something he ate, possibly. But basically the blood work came back fine, which was great. We, like, narrowed out all the bad things, the really scary things that you don't want to happen. They did the x-rays, they cleared his intestines, and everything in his belly looked good. We did do the IV just to give him some fluids, and honestly, everything went great. And that's when they narrowed it down that it was just going to be some sort of stomach flu and virus that was probably sticking around longer than it's supposed to. Normally when you get those, they're like, oh, it's like 1 to 2 days. But we were like 3 days into it. And even now, we're almost a week into it. And it's still lingering around Jaxton. This is definitely not one of those things that is just come and go. Like, it is sticking around with Jaxton. Oh, excuse you.
We were actually worried too because we had the flight the next day. We're like, is he going to be screaming in the airplane because he's in pain and there's nothing we could do? I
thought we were headed for a nightmare flight because it's almost a 6-hour flight home. That's not just including, like, getting to the airport 2 hours ahead of time, you know, and just, like, being somewhere for 8 hours, then landing in LAX and having to wait that drive home. I mean, honestly, I was just setting us up for a nightmare thing, but honestly, it went so well. He did so good. He slept so much of it. I feel like that was about as good as it could have gone, especially in our situation. And honestly, just since being home, he's still, like, recovering. He's back to somewhat normal, but just being home and, like, dealing with it is so much easier. I think one of the worst parts about the whole situation was that we were in a hotel. And that's basically why we went to the emergency room. So now you guys know the story. It was traumatizing, but I know it's what was best for Jaxton. Honestly, sometimes you just have to trust your gut and you gotta do what's best. He's just coming back over here. I'm laughing because he went and played with his toys and now he's like, hey, you guys filming? I just wanted to pop in and say hello. Come here. Come here.
Like, honestly, now that we got home, now we kind of have an idea of what it was because every symptom that he had, I got it too.
And I did not get it, which means...
I know what it kind of was. We went to go eat somewhere that only me and Jaxton ate, and Kaz didn't eat what we ate.
Yeah, there's probably only one time where I didn't eat the same food as Jaxton or Carlos also. And so we kind of narrowed it down that it must have been that food, unless I do catch it eventually, which I think would be strange because now we're like a week later. So yeah, we have kind of narrowed it down. We do think it was something that we ate or drank at a particular restaurant. But luckily I don't have it, so I can play super mom here with baby.
Cassie has been doing amazing taking care of Jaxton while he's been going through all this.
Yeah. Well, alright guys, I think that's it for today's vlog. We're gonna go to bed. Wish us all luck. Hopefully everybody starts feeling better. I mean, everyone's like feeling better, but it's still kind of lingering, and I have a headache, so that's why I'm complaining. But yeah, hopefully everyone starts to feel better, and we are on the tail end of all of it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button.
And leave some questions down below, and we'll answer some later.
Yep, we are gonna do a whole Q&A on North Carolina. We've already gotten hundreds of questions just about like why we're moving and why we chose North Carolina, and we will dive into all that into probably our next vlog. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye guys.